What's good, everybody? It's Andrew coming back at you with another episode of the Jaguar podcast, and it's game preview day. So I'll be doing preview of Jags and the 49ers. It is the week of Veterans Day. Today it's Thursday at the time of this recording, but tomorrow is Veterans Day. So quick shout out to all of our veterans. Special thank you for protecting our freedoms and protecting us so that we can live in this great country. So thank you to all of our great veterans. We love you. All right. So the Jags are 6-2. They'll be facing the 49ers, which are 5-3. They lost last week against the Bengals, and they're going to be hungry, guys. It's going to be a tough game. I think the 49ers are going to be 3-point favored in this game, even though they'll be facing the Jags at home in Duval County. But this is going to be a tough game for the Jags. I mean, the 49ers offense is pretty dangerous. I mean, they have a ton of weapons. Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brock Purdy at quarterback. Then we have Brandon Ayuk as well. And then of course George Kittle, you can't forget him, amazing tight end. So the Jags are going to have their hands full defensively, and the 49ers are scoring about 27 points a game, and the Jags are scoring about 24. So I think this is going to be a close game. And I think the Jags are really going to have to clean it up in this game. They're going to have to play much better. They had a sloppy game in Pittsburgh. I didn't get to do a game recap on that. We were at the game, my wife and I and some friends. And, even though we won, man, there was a lot of things we needed to clean up, defensively and pass protection. Uh, you know, Trevor had a bad interception. So we have to clean up our play. We have to limit the turnovers, got to protect the football. We had 2 fumbles against Pittsburgh. So, we got to come into this game, playing, clean football. And the Jags are going to have to offensively uh, play sound football. We got to play aggressive. We got to protect the football, like I said, and we got to, use our weapons, use Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, and stretch the field with our passing game and use ETN to soften up that defense. But let's go into the keys to this game. We'll start off offensively. Jags need to utilize the running game to soften up the 49ers defense. Keep that defense on the field, tire them out, work the RPO with ETN to open up the passing game. Trevor's got to just make better reads. He's got to be able to read the coverages, get rid of the football. He took some sacks where he held onto the football too long in the Pittsburgh game. So, he's got to protect the football and he's got to throw it away. I've noticed that in a lot of the games that, where Trevor's had turnovers, he just holds onto the ball too long. If it's not there, throw the ball away. And also our offensive line, we have to protect Trevor better. In the Pittsburgh game, we gave up too many sacks. Anton Harrison did not have a good outing against TJ Watt. And I think Cam Robinson didn't look very good either. So we have to protect Trevor. We got to do better in pass pro. As well, we got to utilize our tight end, Evan Ingram, work him over the middle. That's where he's great at, right? Get him the football, get Calvin Ridley the football too. He's a deep threat. We have to hit him down the field. He's just not getting enough targets this year. I don't know why. I kind of put a message out on Twitter about that. I'm confused why we're not utilizing Ridley as much. People say he's getting doubled up. I don't think that's necessarily the entire story. I think some of it has to do with play calling. So Press Taylor's got to come in with a better game plan. Screens are not going to cut it against this 49ers defense. We have to work the ball downfield. We have to throw past the chains. We can't be throwing screen passes. That's not going to work against this defense. So those are some of the keys to the game offensively. Defensively, man, Jacksonville's going to have a great game plan. Mike Caldwell, he's going to have a great scheme going into this game, showing the 49ers offense some different looks, mixture of 3-4, 4-3, maybe some zone blitz schemes there to get to Brock Purdy. And it's going to be difficult if Trent Williams is, active for this game and playing. Josh Allen's going to have a tough time, and Trayvon Walker, whoever lines up against him, is going to have a tough outing because he's an all-pro tackle and one of the best in the game. So, and I'll go into more of that in some of the key matchups, but yeah, we got to get pressure on the quarterback, got to get our hands up, so our ends and our defensive linemen have to get our hands up. Make Brock Purdy make some mistakes, get some pass deflections because Purdy's not a very tall quarterback. So if we can get our hands up, it's going to be difficult for him to see over the offensive line, and maybe we force some turnovers there. Got to get pressure on the quarterback. So Allen's got to get pressure upfield, force Purdy out of the pocket. He can run too. So we have to have really good outside contain. Our backers are going to have to be kind of shadowing him and making sure he doesn't get out and get good runs for first downs because, he had a lot of those in the Bengals game. Going to have to force some takeaways. So, I'd like to see Darius Williams get some turnovers, maybe an interception. Tyson Campbell should be coming back for this game as well. I think Andre Cisco may be coming back as well. Don't quote me on that, but we're going to have some players back, so we're going to get some help, in the secondary. So that'll be good. But yeah, we need to force turnovers. We need to see Foye Luakon in this game getting pressure upfield. Maybe we see him on some blitz packages. Maybe he gets to the quarterback as well, but got to jam up George Kittle as well. We can't let him, get a free release and get open downfield or across the middle. So, our linebackers and safeties have to be on him like white on rice, man. So defense is they're really going to have to step it up in this game. And the offense has got to help out too, because, the defense can't be out on the field all game. So defense has got to find a way to get off field and to make plays. So those are some of the keys to the game defensively. I think key matchups will jump into those. Starting off with the Jaguars offense, it'll be Jaguars wide receiver Calvin Ridley versus San Francisco cornerback Charvarius Ward. They're going to be battling it out. Hopefully Ridley can get separation and get open, deep downfield, because I think if we can connect with him, man, we're going to start making some plays and scoring some points. So that'll be one to look out for. Ridley versus Charvarius Ward. Ridley will be a deep threat there, and if we can get him the ball, hopefully we can get out early in this game and gain some momentum. Next matchup here, Jags left tackle Cam Robinson or Jags right tackle Anton Harrison versus edge rusher Nick Bosa from San Francisco. That's going to be one to look out for. We're going to have to minimize him, whoever he lines up on, because they do move him from the left to right side. So I think, honestly, they're going to try to create a mismatch and line him up against Anton Harrison, who did not have a good outing against TJ Watt. So, Anton Harrison is going to have to step it up. So is Cam Robinson. And we're going to have to protect Trevor. Maybe we put another running back there to help with pass protection as well. Maybe Dearness Johnson or, ETN. But yeah, we're going to have to protect Trevor in this game. Third matchup here, Jags tight end Evan Ingram versus San Francisco 49ers safety Talanoa Hufanga. I probably butchered that name. I apologize, but that'll be one to look out for. Ingram's going to have to get open over the middle. He's going to have to, get targets in this game in order for us to be successful, because, he's a threat. He's just another wide receiver, and he can get open downfield. And man, he's doing really well with the yards after catch. I mean, he's a big guy. He's powerful, and he's hard to take down. So got to get him the football in order for us to move the chains and be successful. So those are some of the key matchups offensively. Let's go to defense. We have Jags edge rusher Josh Allen versus San Francisco 49ers left tackle Trent Williams. I mentioned this. Josh Allen, man, this is going to be an interesting game for him if he has to go up against Trent Williams, who I believe had an ankle injury, and I think he might be getting the start in this game if he's healthy and recovered from that ankle injury. When I was checking online, it did look like he was likely that he's going to start. If he doesn't start, I think that gives Jacksonville an advantage on the edge, and Josh Allen can win some of these matchups. But honestly, I think it's going to be difficult for him, and I think this is where Josh Allen kind of maybe gets exposed a little bit in this game. If I'm wrong, you can rub it in here, but I've mentioned this before. I think Josh Allen's pass rushing technique is kind of one dimensional. Honestly, I don't see a lot of rip moves, spin moves. Like it's more of just a bull rush, and that's going to be easy for Trent Williams to take care of, honestly. So he's going to have to find a way to win some of these matchups, but it's going to be difficult for him. That'll be one to look out for. Next one, Jags linebacker Devin Lloyd versus San Francisco 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey. He is a threat both on the ground and as a receiving back as well. You have to shut down Christian McCaffrey. Devin Lloyd, I could see him really being tasked with, or being assigned to watch Christian McCaffrey and make sure that he doesn't get open downfield and make big plays, because he's a hell of an athlete, Christian McCaffrey. And if he gets going, it could be a long day for Jacksonville. So Devin Lloyd's got to really shut him down and watch him in this game. Our next matchup here is Jags strong safety, Rayshawn Jenkins versus San Francisco tight end George Kittle. Man, this is going to be one to watch out for as well. George Kittle had a hell of a game against the Bengals, made some big plays there, some big catches in the second half of that game. So Rayshawn Jenkins has got to lock him up and make sure he doesn't, get open and make some big plays, because he's a deep threat and he could hurt the Jaguars. So Rayshawn's got to have a killer game. Been really impressed with him last year where he turned it up, man, and just had a hell of a season. And he's been playing his ass off this year. So kudos to Rayshawn Jenkins. And then we have our last matchup here, Jags corner Darius Williams versus San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. This is one I think that is going to be an interesting matchup to look out for, mainly because of the height differential. I think Ayuk is a pretty tall wide receiver, and Darius Williams is a little undersized in terms of height as a corner. So I think they're going to try to exploit this and kind of pick on Darius Williams, for lack of a better word. But he's been having a hell of a season, and I think he can win this matchup. He's been playing his ass off as well, getting a lot of takeaways. So look out for this one, because I could see Darius Williams sneaking away with an interception here, maybe a pick six to bring the Jags ahead and hopefully away with this game. And that goes to my score prediction. Unfortunately, guys, I see the Jaguars losing this game. I think it's going to be a close one, even though it's at home. My score prediction for this game is 24-21 49ers. It'll be a close one in my opinion, but I think the 49ers just have too many weapons offensively and defensively. They just acquired Chase Young too. So, he may be wreaking havoc upfield or in the backfield, rather, the Jacksonville backfield. So, we're going to have a lot of things that we need to look out for. And their team is just really one of the best all-around teams that we're facing during the regular season. So that's my score prediction. The Jaguars lose this game. It's going to be a close one, but I think San Francisco is just the better team. You let me know how you feel. Leave me a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. If you like this video, hit that like button. Helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And if you enjoy my work and you want to support it, hit that red subscribe button. It's free, and I'll appreciate it. You guys stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time. Duval! What's up, everybody? It's Andrew from the Jaguar Podcast. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as always. And remember, this is a podcast, so you can find this pretty much wherever you find podcasts. Subscribe to it. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.